So right now, today, we will speak over the personal protective equipment wearing guide, especially related to this COVID-19 pandemic. So I will go through the next slide. We would like to cover in next 25 to 30 minutes COVID-19 PPE guidelines, PPE donning and doffing guide. Donning means when you are putting on the any PPE, personal protective equipment, and putting on means wearing on, and doffing how to putting off. So that is both the procedures are very important. If you are having some virus and that is definitely you are going inside the COVID-19 ward, then chances are there over your all the gown or coverall virus may or may not be there. But when you are doffing off, by that time, lot of precautions are required to take care so that it should not spread in a healthy or a non-COVID ward. Then hand hygiene, different kind of surgical mask, then protective cap used for the hairs and protective cap for head, gloves, coverall, face protection, gown, shoe covers, other issues with PPE we will cover. So basically from Mindray side, which we have observed from our HQ team, like all these PPEs are used for safety of human body, different parts. So mouth, head, body, hand, eye, and feet. So these are, you can say, 6 positions, 6 locations of the body, which we need to cover while we are working in that high risk area. So that Mindray team has identified where is the high risk area and where is the low risk area. You people are able to see on right hand side or not? Nikhil ji?
Yes, sir, we can see description.
But these pictures are coming in between?
No, sir, no.
Okay, okay. So friends, the low risk area is identified because you people are day and night, you are working in the healthcare department and you are having a lot of guidelines from the doctor's side and hospital sides who are working in some big corporate hospitals, but not all are getting these kind of guidelines. So Mindray team has identified this like general ward, surgery, pre-test area, fever clinic, general laboratory means this is for the IVD, pathological labs. So when you are going in general, you know that there are very rare chances that anybody or suspected patient from the COVID-19 is there. So you are recommended that you should have surgical mask over your mouth. Surgical N90 respirator is not required here. Then this is optional. You can put on some head cap, or it's not required. It's up to you. Let's say you are going to a fever clinic. So fever clinic chances are there because fever might be because of COVID issue or might be the general any infection because of that. Fever might be there. So the recommendation is that in fever clinic, you should have surgical mask. If you are having respiratory N95, it's okay. If you are not having, then it's okay, but some mask should be there. Then protective cap. And coverall is not required if you are sure that patient is not having N9, that's a COVID positive test. If you are sure that that test is positive, then we will come down at the high risk area. So then single use anti-seepage gown. You know that in hospital those kind of gowns are available. Then protection gloves. Gloves is very important because you never know whether the suspected person is because of fever or whatever reason. Then goggles and protection shoe cover, those are not required. You can go your own sleepers or whatever is recommended there in hospital side. If you are going to general laboratory, these 3 things are recommended: surgical mask, protective cap, and protection gloves. Now coming to the high risk area. So the high risk area, these are identified like possible splattered operations. Means in OT, where some virus or some bacteria chances are there because of surgery, because blood is coming out from the patient table or coming to your clothes or mask or face or something like that. So like surgical mask is required, that is N95 respirator. Then head protection is required because chances are there your hairs might be having some bacteria or those hairs can get some bacteria from the patient also. Then coverall is not required here. That is optional. If you want to put on, it's okay. Then single-use anti-seepage gown, protection gloves, and goggle. So the dots which are dark, these are recommended, and dots which are not dark, those are just circle. These points are optional. So we can share this thing to all of people whenever this webinar is finished, and we will get your email ID. We can share these things. Then let's come to the suspected and confirmed COVID-19. So this is the major warning topic right now, and what we should have during this time. This is the recommended. We should not only have surgical mask. We require that complete surgical N95 respirator, because you have to put on the coverall. You have to put on goggles also, seepage proof goggle, so that your face is totally covered. There's no chance of any kind of virus or anything coming towards your face, near to eye, nose, or mouth. Then you go to that for body, there is a coverall. That's a zip type of coverall. Leakage proof coveralls are coming. The GSM quality, or maybe the paper quality, whatever the material is used, that is maybe GSM 90 or 90, more than 90. GSM means gram per meter square. So then single use, we will not recommend here. Then double use gloves are used. Some internal gloves, then some bigger gloves which are coming over the sleeves of that coverall, covering up to maybe just below the, you can say, elbow. So at least from wrist, it is go 3, 4, 5 inch above the cover of that coverall. Then for eye, you are having seepage proof goggle. That's very much required and recommended. You cannot go by bare eye. Then for feet, there are some shoe cover which are covering only shoes, but there are some shoe covers which are having higher length. Those kind of shoe covers are recommended here to put on over the length of that trouser of coverall. So it should go at least from your ankle to maybe 7, 8 inch above. So those kind of shoe covers are recommended, and those shoe covers are having laces which you can tie it up properly. So this is required. Similarly, in the case of suspected laboratory, where this suspected patients are there or confirmed patients are there, where blood testing is going on, nowadays it is being done. So by that time, you can put on these recommended things, like laboratory virus. Right now, we will not go the nucleic acid type of thing. We suspect a laboratory test. So the same thing is required. Only thing, coverall is optional here, because you are not going to the testing just like an operator. You are going inside the machine, or maybe some problem might be there over the machine, which you are testing or taking help from the OEM company or MNC company. So these are the things we will share with you. So let's come on these things. Surgical mask, there are certain quality control globally, but in India, maybe we are getting good quality already authorized by your hospital or your team. So this is recommended European Union MDD Directive 93/42 EEC. These are the kind of category which masks are coming. CAT third, then EN 14683 type. These are some recommendations in this table, which you can check which kind of masks which are coming, and those things are written over the box of the mask. Then protective cap. Make sure that all the hairs, whether it's in nurse, ladies or gents, all the hairs are covered through in that, because chances of getting virus over the hairs is quite fair in that case if you are not putting anything here. Then protection shoe covers, as I talked to you, these are some long type of protective shoe cover. This is the respirator, surgical respirator N95. So the recommended is the FDA class 2. FDA is the highest authority in the US, Food and Drug Authority, under 21 CFR. These are the recommended class and recommended classification of this N95. Then protection gloves. So these are the protection gloves. You have already seen that nitrile, or you can say made of latex. Then anti-seepage goggle. This is very important because it is this point of time. So the goggle which you are putting on, then over that you can put the face shield. Face shield is nowadays available with most of the chemists also. I seen just 2 days back. But this is very important. This may or may not be available with your hospital staff, but when you are entering to the COVID-19 ward or isolation ward, where you are sure that these kind of patients are there. So we recommend you, please use this anti-seepage goggle. This is very, very important. Then this is the coverall. Coverall, you can see here. Yeah. So coverall, this is covering the whole body, but leaving certain things just over the hood, or you can say face. So so that you can put on goggle over that. We will share in the next slides. So these are the mainly equipments or PPE used, especially during COVID-19 issues. All over the globally, these things are recommended. And in India also, I'm sure doctors, paramedical staffs, and our respected biomedicals are also using. You are really doing the just like a warrior for this COVID-19 war. So now coming to how to donning. Donning means how to putting on. So there are some categories like this below is the category where you are entering some general ward where no chance of any kind of this COVID patient. And this yellow one might be suspected people, or then red one is the sure you are entering inside that. So the first thing whenever you are going, that is the hand wash. Whether you are putting on any PPE, donning means putting on, but this hand wash is must for everything. Then wearing N95 respirator after that. So in these kind of operations, actually, the first is the hand wash. Then second one is the putting on the any kind of, whether it's a N95 or surgical mask. These are the 2 steps which are done. And once you are putting off or you are doing doffing, by that time, these 2 things are done in the last. So this is a thumb rule. You remember for wherever you are going this way. First the hand wash, then putting your mask over the face, and then you can put the other protective PPE. So then wear inner protective cap, is a head cap. Then change sock or shoes that normally we people are doing. Change iskar means putting off your hands through some sanitizer. Then wear white coat or work clothes. This is just maybe gown type of things are available in our Indian hospitals in most of the places. Then you can put the inner gloves. Then other gloves are not required. But once you are sure that you are going to suspected ward, where some chances are there, people might be, and you are sure that you are going to the this COVID-19 isolation ward. So here you required the one is a coverall. So coverall is the proper way how to put on that thing. Then outer surgical mask. Then you will put the outer gloves also. And before that, when you have put on the coverall, over the hood portion, outside you have to put the goggle. And that goggle and face shield. And those are tightened very in a proper way, so that no chance of slipping or something. Then outer gloves are also put on. Then shoe cover, then double check that everything is fine. And then you can enter to the this COVID-19 wards or corona wards. This is the proper way of doffing. Like this red one is the area from where you are coming. So as per the recommendation or guidelines by Indian government or Indian healthcare industry or hospitals, as well as the globally. So whenever you are going inside the COVID-19 ward or corona ward, then when you are coming out, nothing is recommended that you should go along with out of that ward. There might be some disposable bins or maybe some disposable boxes where you need to dispose of everything. The only problem is that the shortage of goggle might be you can take that goggle with you Face shield is also not very costly. You can throw into that particular box. But the goggle you can keep. But for that, you have to put that goggle inside the some sort of disinfectant, chlorine type of disinfectant, at least for 30 minutes. And then you put on inside some polythene or some sort of bag, which is especially for that goggle, for the reuse purpose. So these are the way how you are doing. When you are coming out, then hand wash. First, remove goggle or face shield. Then doffing outer surgical mask. If you are having 2 masks over the N95 mask, then remove outer protective cap like gown and other things. Then doffing protective coverall. So the coverall getting down, we will show you in the next slide how it is you are putting off that kind of coverall. This is some procedure because it should not touch the ground also while you are putting off. There are a procedure, you can put off some polythene sheet or something so that it can be also thrown out to that particular designated boxes. Then remove shoe cover, remove outer gloves, then again hand wash. So these are the things which we can share with you as a PPT or PDF format. Then the blue one is the clean area. So that you people are already doing every day, not a big thing. Then yellow one is the suspected area. The same thing we need to use. And for everything, the last step is the hand wash. So this is some sort of warning type of thing, like wear the mask first and take it off last. This is a guideline. And the PPE donning and doffing sequence may vary according to local healthcare IPC guidelines. But follow these general rules. Avoid contact between clean surfaces and dirty ones during the PPE donning and doffing. Whenever you are putting on PPE or then putting off, then do not touch anything which is clean. You feel that this is virus free. If contact, immediately disinfect using the different kind of disinfectant, which we will share in the coming slides. Clean, what are the portions which are clean or you can say safe? That is the hands after hand hygiene, means when you have done the hand wash or maybe you have used some sort of sanitizer. Then face is also clean before entering there. Unused PPE, we are thinking that whatever PPE is coming from the factory side or from the whatever supplier, those are clean, those are virus free. Inside of PPE, if you are putting off cover, chances are there. Outside of the surface, virus may be or may not be, but inside it is safe. So inside there are no leakage of the virus. Then where the dirty places, dirty like hands before hand hygiene. If you have come from some, maybe you have come from driving your car or a scooter, whatever you are means, or you are touching some handle to unlock or open the door, then your hands are not clean. They might be getting some infection or they might be having some virus. So those are dirty. Then outside of PPE after use, when you have gone inside, whether suspected or confirmed part, then outside of the PPE, you should not touch those portions of the coverall or maybe sealed glass or something till this is sanitized. Now coming to the hand hygiene, there are 7 steps. We all people are seeing over the television and everywhere. So I don't think that I require much more focus on that. But just for you, there are certain steps, like step number 1, you are taking some sanitizer or soap solution. This is the step you should rub over your palms and fingers. Then back side of your hands and in a cross way going inside the every finger's gap. Then in a cross way. Then you should put in that way also like you are bonding type of things. Clean over the palms. Then last step is you clean over the wrist also here. And these are the some steps. Then you can say that you are able to, you are clean or your hands are virus free. Then what kind of things we can use actually? So alcohols, alcohol compound hand sanitizer having more than 60% of alcohol inside. But in India, I think it's recommended more than 70%. Then Lodo-4 solution with an effective iodine contents means 5000 mg per liter. So for any per liter solution, the 5000 mg of iodine should be there. Then 75% ethanol solution or 70% isopropanol solution. Isopropanol is same, I think, as alcohol. Oxidation potential water. Other disinfectants approved by the Health Administrative Department or hand disinfection recommended by your hospital or hospital administration that you can use. But here that is observed that chlorhexidine is not effective. If somebody is using only chlorhexidine and thinking that my hands or my mouth or something is now virus free, this is not recommended. So please make sure that chlorhexidine is not used. This is not effective. This is N95 respirator. About the quality, we have already discussed what kind of quality is coming globally in the market and in India. So you all have seen this is a respirator. Maybe in some mass this is coming some small, you can say window type of things for the respiration. So how you can putting on? You have seen all you have seen that there is some strip. So that strip should fix over your nose or outer surface of the nose. Then you see that after putting in this way, there should not be leakage of your respiratory gases, maybe carbon dioxide or oxygen, whatever you are doing the respiration, that should come through that window. But it's not leak from over the nose or maybe under the chin. Then that's not the proper fixing. So maybe some strap or maybe some elasticity is loose, then you can replace that. So these are the recommended, you all know, it's not a big thing. This normal surgical mask, which we are using at the non-COVID or non-fever clinics, that you already people are putting. Then the doffing means whenever you are putting, it should go to the designated dustbins, maybe the yellow color or maybe some other in the hospital recommended by the hospital administration. This is the cap, as we have shared already. So this should cover the all hairs. It should not be like that some lady person which is taking out the hairs over the back or something. So that after putting some sort of Juda or something, that everything should be under this cap, so that none of the hair portion is exposed to the environment, and chances of getting virus by any kind of sneezing or something should be 0. Then we have gloves, how to donning, how to doffing. So there are two types of things. One is the internal gloves and other is the outer gloves, because for the safety purpose, doctors or people who are working with the ventilator inside the COVID-19 ward, they are recommended they should use a double layer of gloves. The first one is the inner layer and second one is the outer layer. So that you already know how to get it donning and doffing. But recommended is that first you put the inner side of gloves. Then wearing coverall. So coverall is a very important, and this was not earlier. I worked in this industry for almost 29 years, and I used to go to some OTs and cath labs. They are giving some gown, and those were not C-page proof or something like that. But the coverall, especially for this kind of COVID-19 wards or isolation wards, this is the new thing which we may have not seen as a healthcare or engineering side or biomedical engineer. Earlier might be in the OT, doctors who are performing operation might be wearing those things. But nowadays it is recommended for whenever you are going inside the any this kind of ward. So the first you check whether this coverall is having no breakage or no that is a properly packed, nothing is damaged inside. If something is damaged, something is leakage, then please change it, not required. So the unzip the protective clothing, roll the protective clothing from outside to inside. and roll it from top to bottom. Okay. So then protective clothing cannot touch the ground. This is a red one here. So if something is touching on the ground, that's not recommended. If you are putting on, I think you can put on some sheet, maybe 1 meter by 1 meter, which is disinfected by chlorine agent or some other way in the hospital. Then you can stand up on that and put on that coverall. That is a better idea, rather putting on just simple floor of the your department. Wear your bottom first, then your top. This is the recommended. Then wear coverall part 2, goggle, face shield. Like once you have put on the coverall, you are able to see this is the portion of the hood, which is just giving the opening for eyes or maybe the nose for the respiration. And then you have to put on your seepage proof goggle over that coverall hood. It should not be inside, it should be over that, so that there is no chance of any leakage from here or there. Your eyes are safe, your nose is so safe, your mouth is safe. So this is the recommendation from our HQ team or from our people who have used already in Shenzhen and some other areas. Eyeglasses and contact lenses are not effective against coronavirus, but induce additional risk. So whenever you are putting on eyeglasses, so eyeglasses should be inside the leakage proof or seepage proof goggle. This has that kind of space because lot of space is there, you see here. No? It's a depth inside. Doping coverall. These are the procedure how to dope it. Unzip the coverall to the base. Lift the hood to separate it from head, like this one. Then you can come down from top to bottom. Earlier when we put on or when we were donning, we have gone through bottom to top. Now you are putting down and this is rolled out so that the seepage or some virus should not go to the floor. And this is done at some surface where some 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 seat is there, which is already disinfected. And after the use, again it is disinfected or it is thrown out to the designated dustbin or box. This is some simple for the gown that you people are already doing. It's not a new thing. That is done in most of the OTs and cath labs, or maybe some area where very big hygiene is required. And doping gown is nothing new. Coverall is new, and these kind of shoes covers are new, which is recommended over the. Like there are some questions, which PPE can be reused? Enter the quarantine ward services of the hospital in the epidemic area. All the material except the goggles are disposable. So that we have already shared with you. So these things you need to replace. When you can change your mask, normally if you are putting on throughout the day, you are in the hospital for 8 hours or 10 hours of duty, or maybe more than that, sometimes it is required in the emergencies. So the recommendation is that every time you should change your mask every 4 hours. Chances are there it might be having some exposure, or maybe you need to have food or some lunch or something. So that is to be changed. Whenever you are doing all these activities like drinking water, then going to toilet or something like that, so you need to change your mask. It is not recommended to reuse. If mask is having some sort of patient's mucus or saliva or maybe blood, then after some time you can change it. How do I remove PPE? This is already we have discussed donning and doping. So friends, before going that, yesterday we had very good webinar with some of the renowned doctors. I liked some of the slides because whether we are working from home or working in the hospital, I'm sure you people are being biomedical, you are going to your hospitals, you are giving big support to all the nursing staff or doctors by keeping the equipments in the smooth running conditions. But definitely we might be having some negative thought at the current scenario. I just clicked some of the pictures from that slide. So I will take another 5 minutes just to share with all of you. It will definitely having very good change of mind frame from negative to positive. So This is the slide. We have our R&D doctor, Dr. Ramon Simon. He has taken this picture for the coronavirus. This is electronic telescopic picture. So if you see here, this is the coronavirus real picture taken from the pathology slide or somewhere. It's a COVID-19 virus. So diameter of this virus is approximately 0.1 micron. So you can say the needle's tip of the needle of any needle, that is still, I think, 1,000 times lesser than that. So this is the real picture which we shown to us. So another portion is that we people are too much worried because of this. So the research till now, all you are seeing over the TVs in India TVs, every time whenever you open the TV, we are able to see these news only. Nothing is coming nowadays. So the theory and based on the patients which they have done some study over more than 1,000 or 2,000 patients. The study says that this is for 81 people, 81% of the group of people who are facing this positive corona positive test, 81% are having mild problem, no pneumonia or very mild pneumonia. Then 14% were severe status. This is a respiratory rate greater than 30 minutes per minute. So maybe during that, because it's infecting the lungs and person is doing more respiration. Normally, if you see the healthy person used to do a respiration between 15 to 20 in a minute or hardly 18 in a minute. Then SpO2 is most of the times in 99 to 100%. But in that case, it can go less than 93%. And FiO2 is less than 33 mm of Hg. So these are the things where 14% cases where the patient is admitted to ICU or something. But 5% are very severe type, or you can say very critical, where the ventilation is required. So this is a till date theory. And so we should not be worried of anything that something will happen and everything has gone. So this 5% cases are very severe, or you can say very critical. This is the data which shared by our Dr. Rayon yesterday. Then we had very positive, or you can say positive thing from Dr. Reddy. He is a very famous, renowned in South. He is a hip and knee surgeon, but he is a very positive person, positive frame of mind person. We liked it. So the real stage of life is like that. Like when we are young, or you can say childhood, this is when we are working, maybe you can say 20 to 40 or 45 or 50. Then this is the old age. So when we are in the young age, time is there, but money is not there. And energy is there. These things are there. But when we are in this young stage, when we are earning, we have energy, we have money, but we don't have time. But if this age, both the things we have, time and money, but energy is not there. So the doctors have said yesterday that we should live the life in a flashed way, not wait for maybe for old age or something like that. He shared this thought process yesterday. Then another thought process he shared, like a negative mind will never give you a positive life. It's a very true fact. So whatever is happening, but we should not be negative for that, because negative mind will not be fruitful. It will not give anything which will be useful for all of us. So we should face the challenges. We should face the struggle. Then another point he shared is a famous scientist, Einstein. Everybody knows that he has done a lot of things, theory of relativity, and a lot of things. He got the Nobel Prize also. So he said that ego is inversely proportional to knowledge. So like more the knowledge, lesser the ego. The people who are having more knowledge, they might not be having the ego. Ego means aham, ahankar. Then lesser the knowledge, more the ego. So then yesterday Dr. Saab shared his personal experience. He said that the elimination in our diet, what we should eliminate from our diet means we should eliminate or remove anger, regret. We should not regret that we have not achieved this or that. Worry, resentment, guilt, and blame. Then watch your health and life will improve. This is a message from Dr. Reddy yesterday. Very useful. I liked some slides. That's why I'm sharing with all of you. Then he shared another slide. That is the prema, love. Then sneha means friendly, kind and pleasant with all people who are coming in contact. Then dharma. So dharma means what kind of duties and things we are assigned. We should do that. Then lalna means stroke or cares lovingly. Means like lalan palan we used to call in Hindi. So that we are doing for our kids and our youngers. So this is the lalna. If we can do for some other person also, that gives immense satisfaction to all of us as a human being. Then satya, be truthful, whether it's your business or your profession or your anything. So that's the truthful. Then ankita means dedication. With that, next slides, let me see. The other one is the secret to living well and longer in eat half, walk double, laugh triple, and love without measure. The next slide is life is very beautiful for who can feel it. So this is a very beautiful scenery and it's a greenery you are able to see. So he has recommended like that. So thank you from my side. Thank you very much. I wish all the very best to all of you. And I wish that you will take all the measures to keep safe yourself and the people who are coming across with you. So once again, wish you all the best and good luck. Thank you very much.